What's up, book fam? What's up, YouTube fam? Happy Aloha Thursday. I am so excited for you guys to be here. As you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about our little readers today. So those are going to be our toddlers, our beginner readers, our pre-K kiddos, but that's what we're going to go ahead and devote today's video to. I'm really excited to share with you guys the 4 resources that I personally use with my own kiddo. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, but first, coffee. Woo! Okay, let's get into it. Alright guys, so for today's video, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to share with you 4 tools that I use to help my youngest kiddo, Joe, or Jojo, or Mullet Man, whatever you guys want to call him. He is my recently turned 4-year-old, so he made 4 in February. However, Jojo is one of those kiddos that I have to give a lot of credit to just his own personality, as well as to like his older siblings, because him and books, they're like 2 peas in a pod. And I think a lot of what, I have to, what is the word I'm trying to say? A lot of it has to do with the fact that I read to him. I made it a point to read to him at a very, very young age, and we made it fun. And it also became more of a rhythm. So something that wasn't, like forced upon him or anything like that, but seeing me read to his sissies, making it a regular bedtime story, even if it is just like 1 or 2 stories. I'm sorry guys, this coffee is very, very strong, so I feel a little jittery. But these are the types of things that I used and integrated within our learning, our homeschool, specifically for Jojo. And these are also things that his older siblings are able to help mama out with, and can do these activities type of things with him. Does that make sense? If it doesn't, it's the coffee. It's the coffee. Okay. So, if you saw the cover photo, I'm gonna go, let's hope I don't drop them. These are the resources that I used for Jojo on a regular basis when I was, hold on, schooling, when we school him. But yeah, I will say a lot of it is just his personality, so before we get started and before you go on Amazon and buy all the things, I would definitely make it a point to just watch your kid. Recognize whether or not he's ready. It's not something that you want to force on them, but you can definitely use these tools instead of just doing flashcards or just doing, the ABCs on a flat piece of paper. Like, these are things that you can introduce slowly, so that they get accustomed to wanting to learn and recognizing their alphabets and using their fine motor skills. Okay. So the first thing I think I'm going to talk about, hold on, let me move all these things. Ooh, that was like a nails on chalkboard. My bad, guys. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to show you guys are finger trail books. Finger trail books are amazing. And it doesn't matter what age you're starting your kiddo off. You can start it as young as like right when they're starting to become, or right when they're starting to turn 1, so that, that infant to early toddler stage. I would definitely recommend just having it in your home regardless. These books are amazing. So I actually got this one at Walmart, but I know that you can purchase it on Amazon, thrift books, any used bookstore should have it as well. And then this one, of course, is from Usborne, because you guys should already know we love Usborne in this house. I am an Usborne consultant, a book boss, and it's something that our kiddos absolutely love. We love when the Usborne boxes come. It's like Christmas. Okay, so these are the 2 books that we're going to talk about, but finger trail books in general, because they don't only have, like, turn it this way, they don't only have the alphabet books, they have numbers, they have just images within or throughout a story. There's like a story plot that you can use that just has them swirl it. So a finger trail is when you're able to use your finger, or you can help your kiddo, and you're going to run your finger along the tracks of the letter, hence what it says on the cover. But like you can see here, it says D. So it shows them how to take their finger, and you're not only doing letter recognition, but you're going to be getting number recognition as well. So you tell them we go down, and then we go around. D is for dog. I swear this coffee is hitting me harder than I was ready for. Okay, so D is for dog, and then you have a picture of a word that starts with D. You can go ahead and flip it, and duck. So D is for dog and duck. So these are just really, really cool books that I read to Jojo regularly, and he would make it a point, you know, to just like touch. It's like a sensory thing, so they can touch it and feel it, and then they're using their fine motor skills to go ahead and flip the tabs. Jojo used to get a kick out of that and didn't want me to help him at all, so I'd highly recommend this book. Then you have the one from Usborne, which is the Usborne Finger Trail, and I absolutely love this book. It is bright, the illustrations are beautiful, so you have it even here on the cover. So A, B, and C, and each one of them has a picture to go with it. The other finger trail books that Usborne has, it has these indentions down here like throughout the illustrations for them to go ahead and run their fingers through. So you can see here, A, alligator with an accordion. B, bear in the bathtub, and even the bubbles have little indentions for them to stick their beautiful, clean little fingers through, you know. Okay, and then you have like C, can't catch a canary, and then you have, you know, this one here. Sorry guys, this is a really bad explanation. I'm just having way too much fun. My ADD is kicking in. Okay, but you get the gist of it, right? So look at how beautiful these illustrations are. I cannot. Usborne kills it every time. Okay, so those are the first, this is the first tool that I would recommend, is getting you some finger trail books. It never hurts to have, you know, too many books on hand, but definitely starting off with this, it'll help them out with their number recognition, their letter recognition. You can even make it a little bit more in depth and ask them like, what color is this? And I don't know if you can see in the cover, there's stars. So you can ask them, what shape is that in there? Oh, that's a purple heart. What animal is, or what insect is that? That's a black ant, you know, and you can just do with it what you want. You don't necessarily have to stick with it. That's the beauty of it. Asking them their colors, asking them their letters, asking them to tell you what the picture is about. Like, you can use this book for a ton of different things. Okay, resource number 2. So this is a recent thing, and I'm sorry you guys, I could not for the life of me find AA or AAA batteries to make this one work. The ones that we had, I guess the kiddos used it all. However, this is something that I went and picked up for Jojo in the beginning of the year. I also used it for a kiddo that I was babysitting that was in kindergarten, and I picked up a bunch of these different Hot Dots books. But the Hot Dots, so the owl typically will light up when you press it. And he has a little sensor down here that helps him recognize the dots throughout the story. So whenever you get it right, he'll make like a nice jingle. It'll let your kiddo know that, hey, you did it correctly. If it's not correct, he'll go ahead and tell you something like, try again, you know, that sort of thing. So the Hot Dots, you can find them on Amazon. Let's see. Oh yeah, okay, so his eyes will light up. Ooh. His eyes will light up green, you can see here, or red, depending on whether or not they've put the dot or put this over the correct dot. You can hear the battery because there's only one. Okay, so I'm really sorry. You're gonna be like, she's on drugs. I'm not, it's just the coffee is hitting really hard. Okay, so if this was working, you would start here. And then you're gonna ask them, help the airplane get to the airport, follow the arrows to find the pictures that start with an A. So between the two fruits, you can ask them, this is an apple, apple. This is an orange, orange, right? And then they would go ahead and put it over the dot. And the cool thing is, even if they get it wrong, they're able to go ahead and put it over the correct dot, and the owl would light up green, and it'll tell them like, good job, you know, kind of just reinforcing that they did a good job. Then they need to follow the arrow down. Now, between hat and apron, which one starts with the letter A? So they can, you know, especially if they're at that 2-3-year-old stage, it's okay if they get it wrong. It's just the fact that they're going through the motions, they're following the arrows and whatnot. You can ask them the questions, or you could go ahead and just kind of make up your own. You don't necessarily have to read the story to them. You can definitely make up your own instructions and just kind of get them to recognize words that start with the letter A. So I'll just go ahead and give you a quick flip through of what the book looks like. So these are, again, these are hot dots, and they come in a bunch of different books that you can use for all sorts of things. But you can see that the letter is up here very big. You have the uppercase, lowercase, and then you just go through the different pictures. Jojo absolutely loves this. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they have it to where the hot dots go along with a story. So like they have another one that actually goes over the words of the story and it can read it to them, which is something that I will have to invest in soon. Okay, the next thing you can use for them, stamps. You can go ahead and use stamps. Now I know that some people might be like, oh my gosh, I can't, it's gonna make a mess, my kid's gonna make, it's just gonna be really bad. It'll be fine. You can definitely find some other ink pads that's not so bright and vibrant. You can use the washable ones. I think Crayola makes a bunch, but these stamps I actually picked up on Amazon as well. It's the uppercase alphabets, and they do have a separate set for a lowercase. You can tell that my kids use it quite often. If you don't want to use ink, you could just go ahead and use Play-Doh. So roll out a piece of Play-Doh for them. And I know some moms are like, ooh, Play-Doh. Yeah, use Play-Doh. Whatever type you prefer, the organic kind that you make at home or the store-bought kind, totally fine. But go ahead and get you something that they can smush into. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the alphabet and you're going to have them stamp it all throughout the Play-Doh. You can give them 1 or 2 at a time so that they can slowly work up their letter recognition. So if you wanted to, A and B. You can either get the uppercase, the lowercase, or both. Then you can kind of talk to them about using the capital A and the lowercase a. I've also told my son it's the mommy A and the baby A. But to each their own, however you want to do it, but these stamps are amazing. My daughter, Sophia, and Mahina, they all love to use these stamps in their arts and crafts, or if they're doing a project and I'm having them spell words out or whatever it may be, I'll let them use these stamps as well. So you can use them for pretty much any age. But Play-Doh is where it's at, along with stamping if you have the patience and you have like, you know, like watercolor ink obviously. But for the most part, my kiddos are really good with this type of stuff, so I don't have to worry about them making a huge mess. That's my that's my third tool. Okay, the last one, I'm really sorry you guys. I'm gonna keep apologizing because if I was watching my video, I'd be like, ooh, she a hot mess. But y'all should already know me by now. I feel like we're on this level where it is okay for me to be a hot mess. The last one I'm going to show you, and I should have bought the box, but it's actually outside. The last tool that I'm going to use are these wooden alphabet, what do they call them? Wooden alphabet, meow, hold on. Okay, beads, wooden beads. So these beads here have a picture, and then they have the alphabet. So the letter E for elephant. Each set comes with a few strings. I think there's 2 strings that come with it. And then it also has all the alphabets that are included in the bead set. Put that on the side there. So what you can do is place a couple of them out on the table, and you're gonna ask your kid which picture, you know, or which letter is the letter E. What sound does the letter E make? E is for elephant. You can go through all of those things until they recognize it on their own. Like I mentioned, you can pull out a couple of them, or you could just go ahead and give them the bag and let them go ham with it. It's totally up to you. But what they're able to do is not only are they recognizing the letters, they are also able to use their fine motor skills by putting, if I can do this, by putting the string through the bead, and they can go ahead and make themselves a little alphabet necklace. What's really cool is that they make a bunch of different characters, a bunch of different animals with these wooden beads. So I picked up a few. So this has like a Mod Podge of beads. It also has numbers in here, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So on the back here, they can count. There should be 8 of them. It's also a shape, so they can start to recognize their shape. You can go over the colors with them. And also, again, fine motor skills, so they could go ahead and string it through. I'm gonna stop doing this because I'm obviously not that good at it. Okay, so those are the 4 tools that I use to kind of mix it up for my toddler so that I can learning alphabets fun. He is not the flashcard type. My oldest daughter, Addison, she was all about flashcards. Loved it, loved sitting down, loved when she got it right. But Jojo is not. Sophia is not. And Mahina kind of just goes with the flow. She's always been very quick to pick up. So for Jojo, I needed things that involved his hands, kept his hands busy, that were bright and allowed him to just expand his imagination, and things that also helped to challenge him. He loves a good challenge. So putting the beads on top of the string, that was a challenge, and he loves it. The stamps, you know, being able to put it on top of the stamp pad, putting it on the paper, like there's a whole process. But those are the tools that I have. I just completely blanked out. Those are the tools that I have to help your early reader learn his alphabets. I hope that you folks enjoyed this video. I'm sorry that it was so all over the place. I still hope that you'll consider sticking around here at the Middle Shelf Book Club. Don't forget to comment down below if any of these appeal to you and you're wanting a little bit more information. I'd love to go ahead and chit chat with you. Don't forget to leave some aloha. Leave some aloha. Go ahead and put a like. Click that like button. Go ahead and click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every time we upload a video, which is every Monday and Thursday, guys. And I just hope you're having an awesome week. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.